Okay, so far, so we changed the stator out to the one that was in the old motor. We put the new gasket in. Shout out to Revzilla. The motor turns over perfectly. There's no rust in the valves or anything. So next step is to deep clean the motor, go through all the hosing, go through all the wiring. The new wiring harness is here. So therefore, we're just gonna take that oil filter off, put the one that's on that motor, because that one's new. And then I gotta go get oil and some more brake cleaner. But other than that, I'm gonna go through everything. I'm gonna make sure everything's all right. Look at the hosing, see if I need to replace anything with the ones on that motor. Other than that, I'll get back to you guys. But look at this so far. It says it's daylight. It is very light. I'm going to. The guy had it before me had this shit jerry rigged like a motherfucker. But other than that, yeah. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we got the motor cleaned. I just want everybody to understand that this is not just a motor swap, calling it a build. I am completely redoing the entire bike. I'm doing the entire wiring harness, the motor. I'm breaking the motor down, looking through everything. But so far, we have all the plastic and everything shaved off to make this kind of as straight as possible. Right now, I'm removing the wiring harness and I'm putting the new one on, going through everything, making sure everything works properly. This isn't just some like, oh, you do it in like a week and it's done. Like I'm going through everything to make sure that this bike is completely okay. Everything runs correctly. I want to learn everything. Other than that, it's a good bike. I like it. It's not out of my skill range. It's something I'm learning. But I also, if you guys know who I am and know me, I like to look good while I do what I do. So you're not gonna catch me out here on some clapped out 600. Like I'm putting time and money into this thing, so it looks good, it rides good, and it sounds good. So far, like I said, I'm just getting the wiring harness done. I got the motor all cleaned up and everything. For this being a first YouTube video, I don't know what I'm doing. To be completely honest, whoever's watching this, I don't have a clue on what I'm doing. I'm kind of just recording. I'm gonna edit this, and then I'm gonna post it. I don't have an editor yet, so I'm doing everything myself. So I'm not gonna have all those fancy sounds and stuff in this like most people would have. But other than that, I'm gonna get to this, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peek on what's happening. So as you guys know, motor is out of the frame. I just took this. I'm calling it an undershroud. I just took this undershroud part off, cleaned it, trimmed it down more to match the frame. I still got to trim this side up a little bit. I got the wiring harness off. Wiring harness is over there. Got to get this one prepped to go on. Other than that, I'm cleaning everything up, getting it prepped to put the motor in, the wiring harness in. Unfortunately, when I had it jacked up, the spring moved. So I'm having a bitch of a time to get that fucking spring in. Other than that, that's a sneak peek of what's going on so far. Guys, so I'm back here. So I have what I'm going to call the undershroud. I have the undershroud of the bike. The ECU sits and everything. I'm trimming and cutting things to make it a little bit more sleek. So far, I have all of this done. I should reverse the camera, but I don't really care. So right now, it's quite literally just frame besides all the electronics and the handlebars, but I have the wiring harness disconnected. I gotta fix the spring and everything, fix the suspension. I have it lowered. I gotta clean the sprocket up some. I just gotta clean everything up, make it look beautiful, pretty. Sand some stuff down, angle grind some stuff down, fabricate some stuff. But other than that, I'm almost done for today. But this shit is fun. Not gonna lie, this shit's fun. I just know I'm gonna struggle putting this wiring harness back on. So, other than that, guys, see you on the flip side. Okay, guys, so we got the undershroud put back on. I need to make something to hold the left side up where the kickstand is. I need to make it so it's kind of bolted up a little bit there. I have it jacked up right now off the spring. I'm going to raise it up a little bit, because I don't know how it's going to clear with the fairings and everything, because it's like as low as the bike will physically let it. But the spring moved some, so I'm trying to get it back centered. But at the same time, here, I'll pan around and show you guys. So we have the entire rear end, trimmed up. It's the ECU poking out a little bit. Well, the fairing will cover that mostly. But yeah, so I have all this stuff trimmed away. Most of you are asking why I did this, or the reason why, just, why I'm doing this is so I can get better, like, not, I wouldn't say aerodynamic. I'm just trying to make it look more sleek and more cool. I gotta take this out and get a steel plate to mount up there. But yeah, so it's kind of just to be flush with the body. So like when I'm going at a certain speeds, it just kind of is planted a little bit more. It's kind of just cutting through instead of it just, it's hard to explain. If you know, you know. So I have all this wired back up. So a lot of the stuff I don't have wired up is because of course I've taken blinkers out. Like this is DIY. So I'm doing a lot of this stuff my way. I'm making the bike how I want the bike to be. It's going to have this single light right here, brake, just light in general. But I have a lot of stuff unplugged because I don't have a lot of the other features, like brake, like turn signals and stuff. I took all that stuff off. I didn't want it. It didn't look cool. I didn't like it. But so far I can't get this fucking plate off. So this just sits, and I just cut my fucking hand. Excuse me. But anyways, yeah, I got all this wiring set up. So I got the wiring for the battery. Just gotta get everything kind of play around with everything, get it filtered in. I still have not fixed that spring, so I'm gonna do that before I go to bed, or before I'm done for the night. But other than that, just got this all sitting here. Gonna go through that some, take some stuff off as needed. Other than that, it is sitting up pretty high, so I haven't jacked it up. But usually this is like right here above it. I'm also making, there's a lot to do, okay? But I'll see you guys on the flip side. What's up, guys? I'm back here. So I have most of the rear end kind of already done. Just kind of touching up some of the wiring stuff. Some of the stuff I'm kind of confused about myself. To give you a rundown, to people who kind of do this stuff for the first time, or you don't really understand what you're doing, don't get overwhelmed. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed to the point where you get frustrated and you kind of just like get in this cluster space. If you get to the point where like you don't know what you're doing, or like you're overwhelmed, or this and that, take a break. Just relax, take a break, I wouldn't say go for a walk, go do something. Only reason I can steadily do this, even though it's frustrating and it's pissing me off, is because I had a 370Z that I had to pull the motor out of. Not just pull the motor out of, I had to do wiring. Shout out to Brandon, Jordan, Malachi, Joey, all them who helped me get that car to where it was. But there was countless nights where I kind of just wanted to give up. And it was like, damn, like I don't really want to do this. When I did the wiring harness on the Z, I hated it. But I kind of like, when I got frustrated, I kind of just took a break. And then I kind of got back into it like the next day. And what I'm saying is, do enough for a day to the point, like do like at least devote like an hour or 2 hours to try and get this done. I've been at this, I'd say, what time is it? I don't know what time it is. I think it's around 7. I've been doing this since around 2 o'clock this afternoon. And I kind of just been like, not destroying everything, but kind of prepping everything, getting everything done. I've taken a couple breaks just to kind of get my headspace to be clear. Right now I'm at this part where I'm getting all the wiring laid out to, be plug and play with the motor. So I'm kind of getting a little frustrated, getting scared. I wouldn't say scared, but I'm getting a little anxious to get everything in. I'm gonna try and get the motor in within the next 3 days. I kind of need an extra hand, so I'm waiting for some of my friends to be free so I can get. I have a broken wrist, so I can do a lot, but there's stuff I'm like limited to. Other way, sorry. I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you guys what I have done so far. Okay, so far, yeah, I drew on myself to mark this stuff, whatever. So far I got this on. I'm kind of trying to trim it up, make it look good as best I can. Yeah, there's all this stuff. Got the wiring almost done. I put the ECU or whatever on here. And then the motor goes in and all that. But I'm gonna put the motor in the next video. I'm gonna make a whole thing about that. It's gonna be like the motor, starting it, running, all that stuff. But this is it for today's video. Just kind of all this stuff. In the time spent 2 days, I've been doing all this. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next time.